So what's going on, social media land? It's a little bit dark out, but that's because I just now got off of work, just now got done fixing some things, and just now went and, well, purchased a whole bunch of new tools. I probably shouldn't have spent the money. I mean, $100, $200 is crazy amount of money to spend, but I got something to show for it. Now, if I would say, oh God, I just spent $200 or $300, man, on a big tool haul, and then I whip out like 3 or 4 snap-on items, it wouldn't be a very big tool haul, and it would not be a very smart decision. So before I get into the nitty-gritty of things, I just want to give everybody a sneak peek as to something that I'm talking about. Now here's the toolbox. Let's see what's inside it, shall we? Now that is a beautiful set. Glistening. All those tools. And as you can see, there's GearWrench, there's Cobalt, there's Craftsman. There's a whole variety of things. There's ratchet wrenches, there's flare wrenches, there's regular wrenches, there's 12-point, there's 6-point, there's 8-point. I mean, it's just wrenches everywhere. And that's not all. I've got bags upon bags of stuff that I just scored on today. And, well, I want to tell you all the secret to doing it. And the secret is simple. Just chop like a woman does. Look for the deals. Now I would normally take that into the light and pull out all the ratchets and all the wrenches and show you everything that I picked up today. But instead I'm going to let you all just sit back and wonder for a little bit. That way you'll tune in, you'll subscribe to my channel, you'll follow, you'll like, you'll share, you'll do all that good stuff. Because you know what? There is secrets to this trade that a lot of people just won't tell you about, and I'm getting ready to tell you one of the simplest secrets of all time to get cheap tools. You ever notice how sometimes you'll see people selling stuff? I have a buddy of mine. He's just one of these guys who's really lazy, and he wants to do the bare minimum but make the maximum amount of money. He used to be a delivery driver. He'd work 2 hours a day, bring home $350 a week because he worked off commission, just delivering stuff, pie job. Whereas I had to work for minimum wage, bust my ass 6-7 days a week. It's a little bit ridiculous. But he'd go to these yard sales, he'd go to these stores, he'd go to these places, and he would get tools and he'd sell them. He actually, this past week, he had a whole set of GearWrench ratchet wrenches. And he had a few Matcos on there, all for sale for over $150. And I'm like, man, for the prices per wrench there, I could go to the store and buy most of them. So he was only cutting you a deal on 1 or 2. But today I found out that I can get GearWrench ratchet wrenches for $3 a piece. $3 a piece. And you know what they're like in the stores, depending on the size of the wrench, whether you're getting a 10 millimeter all the way up to a 22 millimeter, it will range anywhere from $12 all the way up to $20. So whenever I started finding them for $3 a piece, I jumped on them. I spent more money than I should. And I could resell them, but in all honesty, I'm going to use those damn wrenches time and time again. So I had to invest money in something that I didn't particularly need at the moment, but I know that they're going to come in handy in the future because it was the type of deal that I could not pass up. Now, anybody who's a mechanic knows that whenever you are getting into a job, one of the best wrenches you can ever have in your toolbox is a ratchet wrench. Because whenever you need to get into a really tight space and you ain't got room for a ratchet and a socket, this is your best option. I mean, sure, they've got, the pass-through socket sets now that you can get. They got them made in universal sets, with the tips on them to where they just latch in and take things off. But there's nothing like the original fidget spinner for men. That's exactly what these are. The original fidget spinner for mechanics, for men, for women, right here. The GearWrench ratchet wrench. That is a damn must-have tool in your toolbox, and everybody knows this. All right, just like you're changing shocks on a vehicle like I done this past week. Boy, oh, that fastener was a pain in the ass to get to. You couldn't get nothing in there to get to it except for a ratchet wrench with a swivel head on it so I could put it right where I needed it to go. So, whenever I come across some of these today, for $3 a piece, I just could not believe it. So I started chit-chatting with the guy, and I started trying to figure out exactly what was going on with this particular deal. Because he had straight ones, he had the swivel head ones, he had the big ones, all the way down to the little 1/4 inch ones, alright? And I bought all that I could buy. And if he keeps putting them out, I'm going to go back and keep buying all that I can buy. And if I have to sell some to make my money back, well, guess what? That's what I'm going to do. At $3 a piece, hell, I could sell them for $6 a piece, still be getting a good deal on them for people, and still make my money back. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and you won't get this with your typical Snap-on guy and stuff like that because they're on a truck. All the people on a truck, you know, you're going to have to deal with the people on the truck. Sometimes they don't even warranty out the items that they say they're going to warranty out. Sometimes they'll look at you and give you a hard time and say, you know, we ain't got you on our list. You're no longer a mechanic at that shop. Oh, your Snap-on driver retired. You're going to call them up. The offices ain't going to have records of you, aside from you proving your credit report that you bought that particular item. When you have an item, it shouldn't matter the fact that you buy it or not, because they're warrantying the product itself, not the person who buys the product. And you're going to get the runaround from a lot of different companies all over the place. One of the best warranties out there on the market by far is SK. They are the best bar none. Now, next to them, Craftsman is extremely easy. If you use something, you wear it out, family passed on to generations, you grab it, you break it, you take it in, they will give you a new one on the spot. But do you ever think that certain stores, like Sears, for example, you walk in, you give them an item, they warranty it out, they give you a socket back, per se, a wrench, per se. Whenever you go in to get these things, they sometimes don't have them on the shelf. Sometimes they do, like a ratchet wrench. Particularly, I go in, they don't sell them individually by themselves, so what do? Until a shipment comes in, they go into the back, they open up a box, they pull one out of a box, and then they give it to you. Then they take that box, and that box is a warranty box now. They set it to the side in case if anybody else comes in, they take parts out of that set to put on the shelves to sell, or they take parts out of that set to warranty out to people who bring in items. Now, let's say that there's 3 different people comes in, and all of them brings in a 15mm ratchet wrench, and they decide to say, you know, we got to warranty this out, and the company so happen they don't have them. So what do they have to do? They have to open up 3 separate boxes to get out 3 separate 15mm ratchet wrenches to warranty out to the customer. Those boxes are going to sit in the back, warranted box, collect dust all year long. They're going to take sockets out of it. They're going to take bits and pieces out of it. And then at the end of the year, before the next tax season comes around, they have to write off all those boxes. And it's a tax write-off. It's gone, it's done, it's over with. So what do they do with the tools? Some people toss them out, don't they? Probably, but for the most part, many of these stores, toward the end of the year especially, they will take out all of those warranted boxes, and they will dump them in different boxes, and they'll put a price tag on them. $1 per socket, $3 a wrench, $2 for screwdrivers, things of that nature. And if you pay attention and you go to all your parts stores, talk to the people at Ace Hardware. Talk to the people at your Sears. Talk to the people at your local tool shops and see what they say about this and their warranty policies and when they bring this stuff out. Because when the end of the year rolls around, after they push everything they can out of the way for Christmas, they're going to put all them sockets and ratchets and screwdrivers and other items, just like a $120 air ratchet today I seen for $29. Okay? I seen it for $29. Now, personally, I want to buy it. But for me, I just decided to go ahead and jump on these deals with sockets. I was missing a few different sets because you know how it is whenever you take your tools out, you're working, you're moving, you're traveling, you let your friends borrow them, you leave them, you know, a socket here and there under the hood of a car, things of that nature. So I was missing a few sockets. I went up there and guess what? I stocked up several different sets. And there's so many deals going on right now at the end of the year where they're getting ready for the new supplies that they have cut prices in half. And they're perfectly good tools. They're just taking it as a hit and a loss and a write-off. And they're going to sell everything just as low as possible before the next tax season comes around and they get their new stock, their new supplies, their new marketing, and all that good stuff comes about. So right now is a good time for people to save up, hit these stores, go in and try to find the warranty items. Just ask them about them. Because I'm telling you, I went there today. Craftsman sockets, $1 a piece, no matter how many you wanted. I went through every last one of them, and I got every last one that I needed. Because normally those things are $5 to $10 to $12 a piece, and I got them for $1 a piece today. On top of that, them ratchet wrenches, like I was talking about, this is straight-handled gear wrench ones. They're going to run you between $10 to $20-some, $3 a piece. Nice Craftsman screwdrivers. They're all $2 a piece. I mean, these are deals that you can't pass up. And whenever you're a mechanic and you've got a whole bunch of different tools, you've used things for a while, you might have 1 or 2 9/16 ratchet wrenches. But it's not going to hurt you to have 2 more, as many times as people use them. You can have some that you could chance loaning out then, or traveling with. Make a travel set. Put one in your vehicle, your wife's vehicle. Buy them and give them to a mechanic friend that's trying to make it in the field. Sell it to somebody who needs it, you know. But that's my information for you. It happens all the time and nobody thinks about it. Nobody thinks to go look at these stores and ask them about these warranted items and what to do with them, because 9 to 10 you go in, even if the products are even damaged, the box is damaged, missing a handle, don't be afraid to ask these people, hey man, this product is damaged in the carrying case. You can use it for a write-off. What would you give it to me for today? Because whenever I went today, there was no taxes on this stuff, all right? It's already been wrote off. There's already been warranted out, done. So whenever I paid for it, it was pure profit for the company. And if I bought enough of them, I could catch a deal. And boy, it was a great deal. It was a great tool haul today. And over the next few days, I will start doing videos and I will start showing you all what I picked up, the price I picked it up for, and hopefully encourage you all to do a little bit of legwork, because I mean, these deals out here, they will save a mechanic a ton of money, and then you can save up your hard-earned money and spend it on the expensive tools that you need that you can't get any other time. Because we all know, you got to buy a ratchet here, a socket there, you know, tools, oddball things, back and forth. You always have to buy those things because you need them every day. And then whenever you want to save up and get a new and improved tool, something to make your life a little bit easier, you can't afford to do it at that time and you have to push it off. So when you can find tools this cheap at this bargain prices, it saves you money in the long run. You can flip them and make money. And then you can afford to go out here and you can afford to get better quality tools that will help make your life and job a lot easier. Anyhow, that's all I've got to say for today. If you like the information, if you're interested in what I've got to offer, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the dislike button. Let me know your thoughts on this. But until next time, y'all keep busting nuts, and I'll keep on being the backwoods mechanic.